Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today because, as you guys know, I have been trying to figure out what video that I can do to replace my Real Housewives of Atlanta series of videos. I'm just tired of doing reviews. You know, I'm still going to do my regular TV show reviews. I do plan on doing R&B Divas LA, but I didn't want to add another show in this slot, okay? Because I'm just kind of tired of doing reviews, and I feel like I have so much more that I could offer for you guys. You guys gave me a lot of suggestions, and what kept coming up was the fact that you guys like when I tell my stories. And you guys, I keep on saying, the writer in me, I'd like to tell stories. I think that's probably one of my, if, you know, I'm not trying to sound like I'm floating my own boat or anything like that, but that is I feel like that's one of my gifts, that I'm a pretty good storyteller. So I decided to bring back story time with itsrox. Right off the bat, I'm gonna let you guys know that this particular story and this series within Storytime that I'm going to tell is going to be called This One Time When I Thought I Was Gonna Die ... The reason why I say it's going to be a series within the Storytime series is because I've had quite a few instances where I thought I was going to die. Like, for real, I thought I was going to die. They all have a really good story behind them. So I figured, like, why not add this to the old video collection, right? So that's what we're doing. Before we even get started, let me just tell you guys that the story that I am about to tell is kind of gross. I've actually said before that I was going to tell this story, and then I've always held it back because I'm just not really sure how people are going to take to kind of what happens in the video. So I'm giving the warning ahead of time. For those of you guys who are just kind of got like a kind of a queasy stomach, or get grossed out easily, or just kind of don't think that you would want to hear this story, maybe you guys should just tap out now, and I won't get offended. Y'all just click out and go on and catch me on the next video. It gets kind of gross, but you know, what good story don't have a little bit of gross action in it? Right? That's what we gonna do today, you guys. And this time, the story in this case will be This One Time I Thought I Was Gonna Die in My Bathtub. All right, so let's get to it. All right, you guys. So when my family and I moved here to Atlanta from Los Angeles, it was in 2004. In October of 2004, it's going to be 10 years this year. I cannot believe it. When we left Los Angeles, my husband came and he had a job. Well, actually, he started his own business when we moved here. He quit his job in LA and started his own business here, and I quit my job. I used to work for the LADA's office, the district attorney's office, and you know, you can't transfer county jobs, so I quit there, and when I moved here, I didn't have a job. We didn't take advantage of the whole COBRA thing that my husband covered us on the insurance in LA. So when we moved here, we didn't have medical insurance, okay? And that's really not the smartest way to go about things. But like I said, we were young. We didn't think nothing was going to happen to us. So, but we knew that our kids needed to be covered at least, okay? We, you know, fuck the old folks and make sure that these kids is covered. So when we moved here, we got the kids on Peach Care. And Peach Care, for anybody that don't know, is the free medical for the kids when the parents ain't got no damn job. Peach Care was great. It was free medical. The kids got free dental. I mean, free everything. So we felt good as long as the kids was covered. And, you know, we was going to really work hard not to get sick, not to hurt ourselves or anything like that until, you know, I got my job, and then I would pick everybody up on the insurance, right? All that being said, one April night, I ran my bath water like I always do. I am a bath girl. I don't really take showers. I feel that you need to get your ass up in some water and soak and get all the fucking cracks and crevices and flaps and folds and, you know, really just get all that together. So I don't do showers unless I'm like at a hotel or something. You know, you can't get your ass in no tub at no hotel, right? I ran my bath water as normal. It was probably about 11 o'clock at night. Everybody was asleep. I was all set, like, you know, this is my me time. Got in the tub, laid there for a little while, listening to my music or whatever, and then, you know, I was like, let me get to work. So, you know, I washed off, and once I finished washing, now this, I know this is the first gross thing. when I take my bath sometimes and I know that I need to give myself like a pedicure, like a really fast little pedicure where I just kind of scrape my heels and shit, I will sit on the edge of the tub when I'm done taking my bath and then do my feet and then proceed to get out of the tub. Ain't no sense in wasting water. Okay, shit, this water was fine for me to wash and I can get these feet together too. So, and I've always done my feet. Well, I don't anymore, but I used to always do my feet. Because I feel like I can do just as good a job as anybody else. So, you know, they have the little razor thing that they don't really use in the salons anymore. And this is probably one of the reasons why. Anyway, I have my little razor thing, my Tweezerman razor thing. I wanted to get, you know, get down good with these heels. I'm left-handed, okay? So all my strength is in my left hand. So when I'm crossing over doing my right foot, you know, I'm doing it good. I got my razor and I'm getting it, and honey, the skin is coming off. You know how you feel real accomplished when you see all the skin and shit flying all over the place. That's gross, huh? These heels was feeling soft and shit, and I was just like, okay, good. So when it comes to the other foot though, my right hand, I don't have much strength in. I can't do shit with this hand, except I can use scissors, I can cut with this hand, and I can do the mouse with this hand. But everything else, I am a left-hand girl. With this right foot, this right hand crossing over on this left foot, I have to get some hit action behind it, okay? Because that's the only way that I can really get the force that I need to get all this damn, you know, rough ass foot together. So I'm hitting it on my foot. I'm hitting it on my foot, and the shit is flying everywhere, like I just said. And I was really feeling like, okay, my foot is coming along, and I was really putting a whole lot into that bitch. And girl, I'm telling you, I got real inspired. I was just like, I am gonna have some smooth ass feet. Little did I know, you know, you guys know that the razor has that guard on the back. While I was hitting it on my foot, I guess every time that I hit it, it would inch the guard up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, to the point where when I hit it this last time, I must have knocked the guard where it was just barely hanging on. And when I came down on my foot this last time, right in the arch, y'all, right here, the damn guard came off, and we just got a full sharp exposed razor that I hit into my foot, not realizing that the guard had even come off, and that razor dug all the way deep into my foot. I mean, when I tell you, you could not see the razor no more, you could not see the razor. It was just like a little bit left. So I'm sitting there on the side of the tub like, oh my God. Immediately my foot starts bleeding. I didn't really know what to do. I mean, you know, when you first see it, like, I can't really see myself. I don't like to see myself bleed like that. It's different when you just have a cut and it's just a little blood. But when the shit is pouring out your goddamn foot, then you kind of feel like, okay, something is really wrong here. One time I was giving blood. When I worked at the DA's office, I was giving blood, and the lady couldn't find my vein. She kept on trying to get it. And this one time she stuck the damn needle in, and my blood came shooting out like a fucking fountain. And I was just like, oh my God. I saw it, and the next thing I know, I kind of felt myself getting woozy, and the lady was like, you okay? You okay? And I was like, I'm gonna fall out this chair. Like, I was about to faint, because just seeing my blood shoot out like that, it did something to me. So anyway, so the blood is pouring out of my foot. Now I'm sitting on the side of the tub. I'm looking at this razor in my foot. Now I'm thinking like, okay, I need to take this razor out my foot. So I couldn't really get it. I was pulling and pulling and pulling, and finally I got it out. And when I got it out, it was kind of like my foot, you know, right at the arch of my foot, it kind of, the meat flapped over. It was like a fucking mouth. It flapped over, and the blood really started pouring out. Okay, so it was all in the tub. The water in the tub was going from, you know, clear to a really light pink. And now it was getting to what you would call one of them, you know, dangerous reds. I was just like, oh my God. I kind of felt myself getting woozy. But one thing about me is I'm very, very neat. And I am very, like, I kind of have this thing about germs and shit. I'm not really a germaphobe, but there was no way that I was going to get my ass on the floor of my bathroom. I don't care how clean the shit was. When I was naked and I was kind of wet. So I was sitting there, but I could feel myself like, oh, I'm getting lightheaded. Me with my stupid self. I slid back into the into the tub. I'm just going to give you the picture. It's me in the tub. My foot is bleeding profusely. And it got all this fucking feet shavings just floating around, okay? And the water is consistently getting darker and darker. So I was getting lightheaded, but I knew I couldn't get, my foot was hurting. It was throbbing so bad that I couldn't get myself up to stand or anything. I needed some help, but I just told you guys, everybody in the fucking house was asleep. Okay, well, my daughter was 3 years old. My son was 5 years old. And my husband was asleep. Not only was he asleep, but my husband had sleep apnea. And he sleeps with a machine on. The machine that he has now is nice and quiet and don't make no noise, but the motherfucker that we had at the time was real loud. It was the ones that was at the fucking hospital that goes psh, psh. It makes all this fucking noise, okay? So he had his machine on, and I knew that he could not hear me. So I had my bathroom door closed and he's sleeping. He already sleeps like a fucking brick anyway. So I'm laying there in my tub with my foot bleeding in the water, and the water getting darker with the damn feet shavings floating around me. I'm trying to call my husband, and I'm calling him, and I'm calling him, and I'm calling him, and he's not coming. Now I'm in the tub, but I'm sweating. Like I can feel myself getting clammy because I was like, okay, I think I'm about to faint. I'm about to pass out. And at the same time, all of my stomach was getting nervous, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw up. So next thing I know, it was coming up. You like get that watery taste in your mouth. I was trying to hold it, but it wasn't holding, y'all. So next thing I know, I didn't want to throw up on my floor. I just told y'all that I'm a germaphobe and I didn't want to do that. So I threw up in the water. So I was just like and the shit was coming all out. So now we got foot shavings in this bloody, really looks like red wine water by now, and not to mention a whole bunch of chunky throw up. Okay, so I was laying in that fucking bed, in that damn bed. I was laying in that fucking bathtub like, oh my God, I'ma die. I was calling my husband, calling him, he couldn't hear me. I was just like, I'ma die. I'm going to die in this tub. Not only am I gonna die in the tub, but my daughter, who was always the first one to get up in the morning and would always come into the room and say, good morning, mommy, and then go to the bathroom, in my bathroom. I was like, my daughter is gonna find me naked in this tub. I just kept thinking to myself like, oh, this is just not how I want it to go out. Right when I feel myself kind of just teetering off to like I'm going to faint, the bathroom door magically opens and my husband sticks his head in. He got the damn mask still kind of on his head. But he was just like, what are you calling me? I was just like, yes, I'm calling you. I can't get out the tub. He was like, what the hell is going on? And I was like, I cut my foot. And he was like, oh my God, Roxanne, why are you in the water? Don't you know water makes stuff bleed more? And I was just like, I don't fucking know none of that. And can you get me out this tub? I'm fixing to die. He comes and he pulls me out of the water, and my foot is just bleeding like crazy. And he was like trying to find some kind of tourniquet and shit, because we ain't got no fucking shit at the house for no damn major disaster like this. When I got out the tub, I was all out of breath and dizzy and shit, and I was sweating and everything. He was just like, why are you up here doing your foot with that damn razor? I told you didn't need to be doing that anyway. You need to be going to the place. So listen, when your motherfucking ass been sitting in bloody ass water with throw up and feet shavings for the last 10 minutes, the last thing you feel like hearing is a nigga fussing at you about some goddamn razor. It was one of the most terrifying moments. I swear, you guys, I thought I was gonna die in that bathtub. And it totally fucked up my foot for a long time. I remember when we got out and he tried to clean it up, and then we poured some hydrogen peroxide on it, not thinking. Now this is how you know some shit was deep. He poured the hydrogen peroxide on it. It felt like somebody had to chop my foot off. That shit hurt so much. I think it was because it was super cold on my, because I had got down to some good white meat. I almost felt like I could have got to my bone with that damn razor. And I couldn't even walk on that foot for a long time. So anyway, y'all, that is my story about when I thought I was going to die in my bathtub. I know that it's kind of gross and everything. I don't like to be giving y'all all of that, but that's just one of my stories, and I think the shit is so funny. Cause, ooh, can you imagine your baby finding you in a tub looking like that? I'm just like, okay, so, and from that that day on, I pretty much got my feet done. Okay, so yeah, we just gonna avoid all of that. But yeah, I think that's probably why they got rid of those razors. Them things are really not, they're really dangerous, but they get the fucking job done. That damn cheese grater that they use now, I mean, it's cool or whatever, but ain't shit on that razor, right? Anyway, you guys, so that's it. Yeah, we gonna have fun with these. This one time I thought I was gonna die, dots. Okay, I got quite a few stories for you. Growing up in Los Angeles, honey, I'm telling you what, it's been quite a few times I thought I was gonna die. We gonna do this same time, same place next week. All right, all right. So you guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. All right, all right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.